Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this 170 piece depowder nail starter kit from Azure Beauty. So I'd just like to say thank you to Azure Beauty for sponsoring this video. So I'm just going to be unboxing everything that came in this kit. So the first thing that y'all are going to be seeing is the after service card, which just shows any problems that you would have with the depowders or anything, you can contact them, and then the instructions how to apply the depowder. It also says that after a while the depowders may get a bit clumpy, so you have to roll the container. I haven't done that in so long, so it's good to be reminded of that, and it just gives you tips and tricks on how to apply the depowder, how to remove the depowder and stuff like that, which is really cool. It's really easy for beginners to follow along. So the first thing that I got is this dip tray. So this is great for when you're doing French nails, or even when you just want to dip your nails into the depowder, because these depowders are pretty small, so we'll get to that later on. Then we get a buffing block. And we also got a good bit of picks, and these picks are used to go around the cuticles, just to clean around the cuticle area. And then we got some replacement brushes, a hand file, a cuticle oil pen, a cuticle peeler. I had no idea this was a cuticle peeler, by the way. A cuticle pusher, a nail brush, and then we get another brush. This one is with harder bristles. So we also get some nail clips. This is used to remove your dip powders or acrylic powders. All you have to do is apply some cotton that was dipped in acetone on the nail, and then you clip it just to keep it in place. And we get the cotton balls. I was really shocked to see this. That is really cool about this nail kit. So now let's get to the depowders. There are 36 colors in this depowder starter kit. So I'm just going to be showing you guys everything that I got from this tray. So in this tray right here, I have the depowder top coat and the depowder brush saver. The brush saver is used for when the applicator brush gets hard, it would soften the brush. And now I'm just going to be showing you guys one of the depowders, and all of them came sealed, and there are numbers assigned to each on the covers of the depowders, and these depowders are 0.16 ounces. So in this other depowder tray, I got the depowder base and the activator. And guys, I was really shocked to see that I got a clear depowder. That was really good. So this kit comes with almost everything you would need to do your nails, and it costs less than one trip to the salon, and it includes everything. When I say everything, the only thing missing is acetone, if you ask me, and nail tips, because I like to do my depowder nails on my nail tips. But for people that like to do them on their natural nails, it comes with everything excluding the acetone, and I understand why acetone is not included in this, because it's a hazard to have acetone in these things, you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm just going to be showing you guys all of the depowders that I got. I couldn't swatch all of them because I didn't have enough swatch sticks to swatch 36 depowders. However, some of them I did swatch because I wanted to see how the colors looked on a swatch stick, because I was interested in using those colors. And I always swatch all of the nude depowders that I get in a kit, because I just want to see which of the nudes would fit me correctly, which one would look good on my complexion. So I usually swatch. If I have a lot of depowders, I usually swatch the nude depowders, but I went ahead and swatched a little more of the depowders, some of them that I really liked, some glitters and some of the solid colors that I liked, and I just wanted to see what it looked like on a swatch stick. And keep in mind, a lot of depowders look lighter in the container, but when you apply your first layer, second layer, and third layer, it becomes more opaque and darker. So that is why I like to see how it looks on a swatch stick before I choose it out. So as y'all are seeing here, all of these dip powders look really good, and it's perfect for the fall, perfect for Halloween, even perfect for Christmas, the winter and stuff like that. It's perfect for all occasions. So I would definitely purchase this dip powder kit because it has all of the essentials that you would need to do your nails. Then they also sent me this Halloween dip powder starter kit. So some of the things that you get here are some replacement applicator brushes and a mini hand file. Then you also get some instructions on how to apply the dip powders and some tips and tricks and stuff like that. And what I like is that they also sent this about color differences. So you would see the color in the dip powder container, and then you would see the true color effect when you apply 1 layer, 2 layers, and 3 layers. So that's really cool just to show that. And you also get this dip powder tray and a brush and the dip liquids and 4 dip powder colors, and 2 of the colors glow in the dark, so you will see the glow very shortly. So I'm just going to be showing you guys each of the colors, and you would see on the cover there is a number assigned to each of the colors. So this is how it looks when it's swatched, and I'm just going to be showing you guys the glow. It's so pretty, oh my goodness. I think I might be using these dip powders very soon as well, but in this video I'm going to be using the 36-piece dip powder kit. I'm going to be doing a fall nail set. So before we start anything, we are going to be using some rubbing alcohol and just wiping down the cuticle pusher and the cuticle peeler. And I'm just going to be starting with some nail prep. So I push back my cuticles, and then this is the first time I'm using a cuticle peeler, and I'm just peeling off all the excess cuticles, and it really worked. I really like it. I never knew about a cuticle peeler before this, so that's really cool. So I did pick out my sizes off camera. I'm going to be using my full covered square nail tips, and I'm going to be applying them using my Azure Beauty base dip powder liquid. So I just placed a bead of the liquid inside of the nail tip and then applied it to my nail. Then I cleaned around the cuticle area, and now I'm using the buffing block that was also included in this kit just to buff the surface of the nails to remove the shine. I did not use the hand file that was included in this kit because I don't like using black hand files because they always flake off and leave these black residue all around. So I'm going to be using these dip powder colors. The fourth one is the clear dip powder. I didn't swatch that one, that's why I don't have a swatch stick. So the first color I'm going to be using is this nude dip powder. So I was just testing to see how I'm going to dip my finger into the dip powder, and I decided to pour the dip powder because the containers are kind of small, so I shouldn't be dipping my nail because there is the potential for the nails to smudge, and we don't want that. So starting on the pinky nail, I just applied a layer of dip powder base, and then I poured the dip powder. I brushed off the excess, and then I'm using my cuticle pick. I forget what this thing is called. I'm using that to clean around the cuticle area a bit. Now I'm going in for my second layer. So I just applied a layer of dip powder base and then I poured the dip powder. So these dip powders, one thing I'd like to say is they are finely milled and they are really great to work with. I really liked using these dip powders. I did 4 layers in total, but I only showed myself doing 2 layers. It reached full opacity on the second layer, but I wanted to do another 2 layers because I wanted to build the nail. So that's why I did 4 layers in total. It didn't need the 4 layers, I just wanted to build the nail. So on the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing the same thing. So as I was saying, these dip powders are finely milled and you get an opaque nail very quickly. You get it in 2 layers and I really liked it. And the fact that you get so many colors of dip powders, you can choose a nail design every day, every week, whenever you want. And yes, the dip powders are really small, but you can get about 5 to 10 nail designs from one dip powder, so it can last. What I'm trying to say is you can get a lot of designs when using this dip powder kit. So when I was finished with the 4 layers on the pinky nail and the thumbnail, I applied Activator to harden the nails so that when I'm finished with all of the nails would already be hardened. I like to do that when I am finished with one nail. I like to apply the Activator. Now moving on to the index nail, I'm going to be using this light purple on this nail. I did 4 layers in order to build the nails, but it reached full opacity on 2 layers. And if you've reached this far in the video, don't forget to hit the like button below and comment your thoughts on the design as well, and subscribe. And if you are interested in this dip powder kit, and I definitely recommend it, I would leave a link in the description below so that you all can check it out. So after the 4 layers, I'm going to apply Activator to harden this nail. Now I'm going to be using this purple glitter dip powder, and this purple dip powder is so pretty. Oh my goodness. So one thing I do not like about these dip powder liquids, I forgot to mention that, is that they always fall. I don't like that. And I really didn't like using the liquids because of that. I like using the powder liquids in a glass bottle or a more circular bottle. These bottles, they always fall. So anyway, using glitter dip powders is very tricky because when you pour glitter dip powder on your finger, you don't get the glitters that you really desire in order to get a glittery nail. And I couldn't achieve that by dipping or anything in that small container. So I am using my dip tray that I also got in this dip powder kit. So I just poured the dip powder in the dip tray, and then I applied my dip powder base, and then I laid my finger into the dip powder, because when you lay your finger into the dip powder, you can get all of the glitters on the nail. And as you can see, the glitters are really more opaque when you lay your finger into the dip powder. So I only had to do 2 layers of this because I am going to be encapsulating this nail. So now I'm going to be encapsulating some 4-leaf glitters. I'm going to be using some purple and a kind of some I don't know what color that is, so let's forget about that. So I'm just going to be applying some dip powder base to the area that I want the glitters to be, and then I pick up the glitters with the pick and then apply it to the nail. And I held it down for about 5 to 10 seconds, which is not enough to adhere glitters to your nail. You need to hold it down for a little more, but I didn't have time for all of that, so I just held it down for a while. And then when I'm finished with the nail, I just go on all of the glitters and just hold it down a little bit just to ensure that it is adhered to the nail. And this is how it looks, and I wait for it to dry, and then I applied some more. I probably only applied 2 to 3 more of the glitters. And then I poured the clear dip powder on the nail just to absorb any of the dip powder base that may still be wet on the nail. It absorbed it. And then right after that, I applied Activator, because I'm going to be encapsulating these nails, and you need Activator when encapsulating these nails, because you want the glitters to be shiny when you're finished. You don't want to see any bubbles or anything like that. So apply the Activator and then wait for it to dry. And then moving on to the middle nail, I'm going to be encapsulating this nail. So I apply a layer of dip powder base, then I poured the clear dip powder. Then I tap off the excess, and then I brush off the excess, and as you can see, it's very cloudy and very white, and I didn't want that at all. So I need to apply Activator just to remove that cloudiness and that whiteness from the nail. So Activator is very important. As you can see, my dip powder base bottle just fell. My Activator also fell and spilled, but I managed to pick it up before all was gone. So that is another reason why I don't really like these bottles, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm just going to be encapsulating the ring nail. So I applied a layer of dip powder base, then I poured the clear dip powder and I dust off the excess, and then I applied Activator again. Now moving back to the ring nail, I apply a layer of dip powder base, and always remember to wipe off your base brush before placing it back into the base bottle, because when Activator gets into contact with base, it will harden the base brush. So make sure and do that, and remember we are using Activator in between layers. So yeah, just to maintain the clarity of the nails. So now that I'm finished with all of the nails, I did do about 3 to 4 layers on the ring nail of clear powder and only 2 layers of clear powder on the middle nail. So now that I'm finished with all of them, I'm going to be applying some more activator, because why not? I didn't really need to apply more activator, but I just wanted to, because the nails are already hardened since I did apply a lot of activator to these nails already. But anyway, this is after filing of the nails, and I'm just going to be using the buffing block just to buff the surface of the nails to remove anything I just wanted to use the buffing block that they included. And I went ahead and washed my hands off camera. Now I'm just going to be doing some nail art. So unfortunately, nothing here that I'm using was included in the kit. I'm using gel products to do this nail art. So I'm using gel top coat first. I apply a layer of gel top coat to the pinky nail and the thumbnail. Then I cure it for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to be using some white and black gel polish. I'm going to be doing plaid nails because it is fall. I decided to do some plaid nails, some sweater nails, and encapsulate some fall glitter leaves. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing some nail art on the thumbnail and on the pinky nail, but I'm only showing myself doing it on this nail. And I know a lot of y'all don't really like gel polish products, so y'all may not be doing this segment of the nail design, but I just thought I would do it because it is fall. So I did 2 layers of that and curing each layer for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with the black gel polish. And I'm really not good at nail art yet, so my lines are a bit crooked in some places, but I think I did great. Let me know what you guys think. One thing I like to say about Azure Beauty Powder Starter Kit is it's really good, and you can get a lot of nail designs from just this one powder kit. You don't even have to use other powder kits, you can use just this one. And what's great about this as well is that you get a clear powder as well to encapsulate any designs that you do. You may need to purchase another clear powder because this clear powder is way too small for the amount of powders you have. But you don't need to encapsulate all the powders. You do only if you're doing ombre nails or glitter nails or encapsulating glitters or stuff like that, you would need it, but not for all designs. So I really like this powder kit, and the fact that you could file on solid powders and it doesn't leave that marbling, or I hope you all understand the marbling that you can get from filing on certain colored powders. You don't get that. It's finely milled and it's really easy to use. It's beginner friendly. You get everything that you would need. It's really an essential powder kit, because how many powder kits would you get cotton balls and nail clippers to remove powders? I was shocked by seeing that, and this was my first time seeing a cuticle peeler. I never knew anything about a cuticle peeler before this, so that's new to me. So yeah, you get a lot of items and you can use this powder kit all year long. So I'm going to be using this glitter powder as well. So I'm using some powder top coat and just placing a line at the side of the nail. And then I would just pour the glitter powder on it and cure it for 30 seconds. I wanted to incorporate this glitter powder as well on the nail. And after curing, I dusted off the excess and nothing was being removed. I was like, what is this? But I used acetone and rubbed it off and it was removed. And I'm not sure I mentioned this, but I did apply matte top coat to the thumbnail and the pinky nail after I completed the black and white lines. So I applied matte top coat and then I did the purple line on top right there after. Then I placed another line and did the same thing. So silly me wanted to top coat the line, the purple line, with glossy top coat, but it was not looking good, so I had to go over it again with matte top coat and it kind of ruined it. It didn't look as good as it was looking before because I did the same thing on the pinky nail, but I didn't top coat it with anything and it looked good. It looked like those textured nails. It looked good like that. So I kind of ruined the thumbnail by applying the glossy top coat first and then the matte top coat. So anyway, onto the index nail, I applied a layer of matte top coat and cured it for 30 seconds. Then I'm using this purple gel polish and I'm going to be doing a sweater nail. I had a little issues at the start of this sweater nail, but eventually I got it. So I'm just gonna let this part play out to show you guys how I did my sweater nail, and I'll be back shortly. So I make sure to get my clear dip powder ready. And I did the same thing on the other side of this index nail. Now I'm just going to be pouring the clear dip powder on this wet gel polish. And then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm using the brush included in this dip powder kit just to remove the excess dust from the index nail, and this is how the nails are looking. Now I'm just going to be top coating the rest of the nails. I did not use the dip powder top coat that came in this kit. However, I think I've used Azure Beauty dip powder top coat before and I really liked it. It's basically like other dip powder top coats, but I used gel because I was already using gel products for this nail set, so I decided to continue with the gel top coat and I cured it for 30 seconds. So now that I'm finished with all of the nails, I'm going to be using my Azure Beauty cuticle pen to rehydrate my skin and nails. And this is the finished look, guys. So I really loved how this nail set turned out. This is my purple fall dip powder nail design and it turned out really good. I want to thank Azure Beauty again for sending me this dip powder kit. This dip powder kit is really good. As I said before, it is an essential dip powder kit because you get so many items to do your nails, to remove your nails, to prep your nails, to do everything for your nails. So I would highly recommend it. The link will be in the description below if y'all are interested in purchasing this dip powder kit. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.